Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, hello. Sorry, I'm just reading. I'm just reading a few things. We'll be with you in a second. Okay. Okay. We are ready. I assume we are. Ready? Ready or not? Or just ready? Hello everyone, good afternoon, good morning. Hey, welcome. So today I would like to do a new release, and the release does not contain really a lot, but at the same time it contains important fixes that I still want to release. So there are some crashes that I really want to have deployed, and plus I fixed a lot in the visual equipment. I added new items, I fixed some of the voiceover volume, I added more voiceover. So I mean, overall it's probably not a release that will make a lot of difference in the long run, but in the short term, you know, I think is helping, right? Is helping because it's making things a bit more streamlined and allows us to create more content. Also, it kind of completes the city management client side. Well, it doesn't really complete it fully, but is a good step to stabilize at least the left side of the window of the city management. So everything that goes with education, agriculture, you know, and infrastructure and such, because it's adding visual effects in the active magic window that you can see, and so you know what is happening, right? So yeah, so I think it's in a way a good release, and also because then I'm going away. I will be away for a few weeks for summer holidays, and so I thought, well, maybe it's a good idea, you know, if I do a release so that we have stuff, you know, stable and updated, and then if nothing happens for a few weeks, it's fine. Hopefully the server will stay up and still work, but I have access to the server from my mobile somehow, so there are chances. But yeah, remember that this game, guys, doesn't have you know, a big team behind with infrastructure people and support people and all of that, right? So it's pretty much me and some help from like Uajet on the GM events, but that's what it is. So we have to be very aware of that, but it's fine. I think it will stay up like it stayed for the last 20 years, so it's kind of okay. Now the good news is that I already did a lot for the release today, and I would not say that it's fully ready, but it's very close to be ready, because actually I completed the compilation on Mac, Linux, and Windows. I also already created the packages. Now I didn't upload yet the packages, but I would like to start with the server side. So I will have to shut down the server and start to do the upgrade. So I don't know if there is something going on right now in game, but whatever it is, I have to stop it. And meanwhile, let me just check. 7.4, yeah. I think we can still do this. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, I'm trying to do things in parallel so that... Ah. Okay, I have to re-authenticate 1 second on here. Meanwhile, how are you guys today in this fine Sunday? I am authenticating in the other monitor, so security, okay. Let's see if it works now. Okay, it does. It does. Okay, I'm basically moving files at the moment. I'm moving files between servers, so just bear with me a second. So I'm copying this, I'm copying that, and I also have to copy the Mac release. And then we will shut down, everything. Well, actually the shutdown, I can announce it already. Yeah, let me announce it immediately, because anyway, he has to go down. He has to go down now. Now. Ba-da-ba-ba-bam. Yeah, maintaining a game, guys, is hard, right? So it's not... I mean, making a game is already hard, but maintaining it is, yeah, it takes resources and time, and is sometimes complex. Now, if we move to Steam... into Epic Games... You know, I was thinking, should I move to Epic Games Store before moving to Steam? Because actually, our game is made with Real Engine, so it would make sense, right? We they will release on the Epic Store. I just don't know. I think we can research it today. I think we gotta research it today. I think that, I don't know, Steam, I think it locks you a bit too much, but I will check the term and condition of the Epic Store, and also how to become eligible for it, because that I really don't know. Did we ever read that? I think we did, but it was so long time ago that probably... doesn't really make sense anymore. I mean, we have to update ourselves on it. Why my client is starting so slow? What is going on? Huh? Okay, let's see if we can just there are a few people online, 6 people. I think we can just announce it and GG. See you on the other side. Okay. Linux. I mean, if I could stop releasing stuff, right, and just working on content, but sometimes, I mean, content really comes with updated model, updated textures, updated, you know, terraforming. So, I mean, it would be nice in theory to do everything without a client update, but it's not really possible. At least today, we don't have a technology that allows us to just change stuff in game without sending. I think it would be nice to have something that can send a model, like a 3D model, right, to the client. The client can save it in a local cache somewhere and then use it in game, right? So like, but we don't have that technology. So our world is compiled and packaged and then sent to the client. I mean, and then downloaded by you, right? When you downloaded the game. I don't have a way to send you stuff on the fly, right? And I feel that I'm missing something there. Okay, the server is going down in 1 minute. Or less. So let's wait the server to go, it goes down, and we will see if we can do it. 20 seconds. I see someone is leaving the game, but anyway. When the server goes down, anyway, your character is automatically saved because the server disconnects, right? Disconnects everyone. So, and when it disconnects, so it disconnects everyone before stopping, and the disconnect is automatically triggering a save. So your data should be safe enough, right? Okay. Server going down for the update. Will take some time. I don't know exactly how much. I don't know how much it will take, but I think it will not be super long because I already have prepared everything, right? So in theory, it may take like half an hour or less. Let's see. I think the most important thing will be to test that everything works well, everything. Let's say that at least the basics are working. My PC looks a bit slow today, but fine. Okay, so we have the server down. Right? We have the server down. And what do we want to do? What do we want to do? The first thing we have to do, we have to copy the dungeons, yes. Because we are cleaning everything, right? When we release a new, so we do a nice rm minus rf, so boom. We basically destroy the server, and we recreate it with the new So this will be 51, which we should have on the server. I can check if it's there and is the right, but yeah, should be there already. Yeah, 8:40, 2 hours ago, roughly. Okay. Yeah. So we go here. Actually, I just went there, and we just unzip this thing. Which is the new server. And as soon as it's done, not completely sure why we have some Vulkan drivers server side. It's a bit of a mystery. So we copied the main executable, we copied the configuration files, and yeah, and then we copied the dungeons back in place. Okay. Now we have to do the SQL update. That is the mostly the new voiceovers and that stuff. There is not a lot in terms of updates. I think I updated here some. I did some SQL updates, but there is more. Yeah, these were already done actually. You see that it's saying change 0. It's saying change 0 because these were done already. So Compass Quest items. I think probably I added those already. Let me see. No, I didn't. Okay. So this one needs to be added. Then I need to add a Compass Quest. Now the Compass Quest, I think the easiest way would be to dump it to a file because I think it's fairly big and I don't think that I can easily copy it. I don't think I can. I mean, I can copy the... I mean, this one I can copy easy. This one I can copy easy. But then the actual script, so yeah, I have to put it into a file pretty much. I don't know if I have to dump it. Or if I can just... I can also do it differently. I can create it through the console. Yes, let's create it through the console, which is easier. Yeah, let's do it through the console. It's actually easier. It's actually easier. So we will create in production, and hopefully it will be 506, but I think it will because the numbers are the same. Okay, so I will do create quest, and then I will just copy exactly the same values. I'm doing it on the other screen, but I'm copy pasting the stuff. There is the description, then we have the player lockout -1, quest lockout 0. Create a quest, yes, is exactly 106. We have this as prerequisites, and then we just copy paste this wall thing. Now we don't have voiceover for this one, which is a bit of a pity, but that's what it is. Okay, so we update the quest. Now let me validate it so that we see if yeah, is good. So it should load in, assuming that the items are there, but we loaded them in. So okay, so this one we actually added fairly easily through the console, right? And maybe let me just add in the author, what is the name of the person that helped me? The name of the player that helped me is Moja, I think. Moja. I'm putting it as a reference of the author. Okay. So we have that. Now, what's next? So Compass Quest item, Compass Quest. There is one more thing, which is the city management descriptions, right? So we have a new table. We have a new table that I added with the descriptions, which by the way is nice because we can change. Now it is in the database. We can change it anytime. So, which is pretty cool. It is city tier definition. Yeah. City tier definition. I'm thinking yeah, there is one thing that I'm not doing at the moment, which is what happens, but I think we can sort it out maybe today. Maybe we can sort it out today. So I need to export somehow this to a SQL file. Export data to file. Well, I also needed the table definition. Huh? Yeah, exactly. Yes. We can put it under city tier definition SQL. Okay, that's fine with me. That's fine with me. So we have create table, city ID, category, tier, description. We have a constraint, and we have the data with the only difference that this is different in production. So we have to remove that, but apart from that, everything seems to be okay. Well, this file is fairly simple. I can actually just execute it, right? I don't think I need any fancy... yeah, I think I can just run it this way and GG. We will probably need to add to the web console a city management functionality, right? Because at the moment, I think I added city, but city, yeah, you see, is not really doing much at the moment, right? But the city management, we need it in the web console so that we can change values and update stuff, right? Or at least visualize it, right? At least visualize it. Okay, so is there anything else that I need? Did I add any new NPC? No, because the new city management is done on existing NPCs, right? Yeah. I'm thinking if there is anything else that I need to do, but actually I don't think so. Actually, I don't think so. So if the sequel is completed, we can just run the server and see what happens. Execute the sequel updates and then just launch it and cross your fingers. Okay, you have to cross your fingers now, guys, because there is the moment where we see if the server is going up without errors or not. And if you don't cross your fingers, there are high chances it's gonna break. Okay, it's loading. It's loading, guys. We have to wait 1 minute. 1 or 2 minutes. Actually, 1 minute. Meanwhile, let me destroy a plastic bottle. Okay. Squeezed, so I can recycle it. Recycling like a boss. Missing strange. Very, very strange. Now, I can do this release with an update, but the problem is that making the update takes me like 3 hours or 4 hours. I have zero willingness to do it this time, right? So I'm sorry, but you will have to re-download the game. At the end, it's not much. The update could be anyway 1 gigabyte. The game is 7, so I don't want to do it. Today I don't want to do it. Next time, okay? Let's reach this agreement. 1 and 1. When I can, 1 and 1. I don't know whether it's a pterosaur that is always giving errors. Well, anyway. Now, what we have to do, we have to update the updater machine, but the updater machine is the one with impossible password. No. Well, all the passwords are pretty much impossible, but some I still remember. No, I'm not eating dinner. I'm doing secret things. Yeah. 1 second, because I need to get... the impossible password. Need to get the impossible password. Which is in an insane place. I don't know why. Security. Yeah, crypted, counter crypted, GG, bro. Impossible. Okay. So we have to, 1 second I will be with you, I'm just, so we have to do PS Unreal update XLM, XML, and we have to create, we have to create a 51 that actually has, can update, no. Can update, no. Okay, nice. Nice. So now your client will tell you that you have to update. No, the client will tell you that you have to re-download pretty much. Okay, let me see if I did the secret stuff. Yeah, secret stuff is done. So I can get back to you. Hopefully. Yes. So if we launch the client now, it should tell us that the game is out of date and you have to re-download it, right? Yes. Your version of the game is old and should be updated. Launching the updated application now. Why is saying this? It should say that it's not updatable. Huh? Wait a second. Wait a second. Why is saying that? Uh, 151. Yeah, I said I cannot update. Uh-oh. There is something not working. Ah, stupid me. No, okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I fucked up. I did it on 51, but actually the one that cannot be updated is 50. So I have to put the can update no on 50, not on 51. Okay, nice. So now we should say that it cannot be updated. It cannot be updated. Yeah, you need to download it again from the main website. Okay, and it's opening the website. Okay, fantastic. Now maybe before releasing it, let's at least test that it's somehow working, right? Because sometimes it happens that I fuck up and the game is not working. So let's do a minimal test, right? Minimal test. Okay, seems to be good for now. Let's see if I log in properly. Yes, I do. Okay, seems to be working fine. Now, I didn't have any visual equipment on me. Wow, that's strange. But that's kind of strange, actually. Okay, it kind of works. No, I'm just trying to see if there is anything broken. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Okay. Now we have few new items. Now let me see if the new items are in or not. If the new items are in or not. For example, the portable sack, right? Because I don't remember if I added all the items already or not. Bags and purses. Portable sack. Yeah, the portable sack is here. I mean, it's just one of the many, but it's just to see if this lot is already in use. Okay. Yes, it is working. It is working. Okay. Okay. Let me do one voiceover. Let me do one voiceover. Voiceover volume 100%. Okay. One of the new voiceover was, for example, Gulm, right? Gulm. And also I want, yes, and also let me see, for example, the new backpack. Worn backpack. There should be also this. She's the standard backpack. Okay, it works. So it's a bit dark, but whatever. Okay, let me see if the voiceover of this guy are working or not.
My name is Gulm Osso.
Yes.
I am the local sculptor. You can see my works throughout the village.
One thing that I don't know if it really works is the music. Now to trigger the music. To trigger the music, I think the only way is to go in another location. Okay. So now we have the music. So if I speak with this guy, in theory I did it in a way, right, that when he speaks, the music goes down.
Greetings, traveler. Quality arms and armor you'll
Yes,
find in
it
my
went
shop.
down.
Can I help you?
It didn't go back up. Yeah, this is what I don't understand. Sometimes it's not going back up.
Business is good, my health is good, and service at the tavern is good. A man cannot ask for anything more in this life. This day does indeed find me well, friend.
There is another voiceover running in parallel. It is kind of strange. So there is a small bug. I mean, it's not a big bug, but there is a small bug that is not resuming the music volume after the speech ends.
Greetings, traveler. Quality arms and armor you'll find in my shop. Can I help you?
That is very strange. You see that he's saying there is another voiceover running in parallel. But in theory it's not true. Maybe I mean, it is a very minor problem, so we don't care, right? But it is a bit annoying, so that the voiceover is not. Maybe I didn't properly remove. Maybe I didn't probably remove from the voiceover array or something. So maybe the first time works, but the second time doesn't. Let me see. But anyway, I think we can release it. It seems to be working fine. So to release it, we have to change the download file. Okay, let me do it now. So at least people can start to download the packages if they want, obviously. www new page, new site, storage pages, download. Okay. We also need to find a new picture of the day, a new picture of the for the release. Okay, and we have to change all the checksums, right, that are on the website. So let's do the checksums. Let's do the checksums. So our files are in shipping client. 0750. Yeah, apart from the server there are 0751. Yeah, 51. So these files, right? And we need we also need the changelog then, but we will do it. Okay, here it is. So we do the Windows one first. Boom, 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 boom. Oh wow, takes a bit of time. I think meanwhile we can take a picture of the I mean, the only thing that I really changed here was the visual equip, so well, I mean, it's not only that, but it's the one probably that's most visible to you. So if we want a screenshot of the release, we can probably have one with a Dark Wanderer, which is kind of a... Let's try. It's this guy. Is this guy? We can go day. We can I mean, this is not really the best location to take a screen. What the fuck is this? Why there are always weird things scattered around? Which, by the way, has a lot of weird rotations. Is this the way it was supposed to be, or what? I never realized it was this shit here. What is it? Why all the carpet are rotated wrong? I think this thing is still coming from the old release. Something that was never cleared out. What the fuck is this? Let me just take a screenshot, ask Jet if it's new or old, but I think what I can implement, what I'm thinking is what is yeah, so I can already take a picture with him because there is all this mess around. Unless I take a picture like the two of us speaking or something. Showing the backpack, right? Showing the backpack, and so maybe it can be a zoom in. And I don't know. The location is not very nice. It's very bare. So, or we bring this guy to another place. But anyway, we can do the change log and then understand what. So we did the Windows. Let me do the Linux. By the way, I think I should update the sides because the Windows now is 7.5 gigabytes pretty much. 7.5. Um, 7.3. I mean, depends always how you read it. If you read it in bytes or not, 1024 or not. But anyway, 7.3. Yeah, let me change that because I think we are a bit behind on it. So the Windows one has this checksum, and I will say that the download is 7.3 gigabytes. And the Linux one, is smaller, is 6.7 gigabytes, and the checksum we will have it shortly. Okay, we have it now. And then we want the Mac. Okay, the Mac is the smallest, 6.3. I don't know if it's compressing better or what, but I don't know. 6.3. It's always been the smallest. Okay, so wow, this was fast. Okay, so I think we can upload this file and people can start to download the new version. So this one is under storage pages. Yeah, storage pages. Okay. So if we go to the website now, you should have the new packages. Windows, Linux, and Mac. I'm just opening the window so that the browser starts to download it, and that is actually triggering the mirror. So the files start to be mirrored. I think it would be nice to have a mirror in Europe as well, but I struggle a bit to find. Oh, this one is not working. Oh, okay, just took a bit. Just took a moment. Okay, and then the Mac one. Then we can do the changelog. Again, the changelog will be fairly small, but okay. We will have to publish the new article and everything, right? But first, let's do the. No, let me just do the check on the. Let me do the check on the voiceover. Voiceover finished, right? Temp voiceover counter minus. Temp voiceover counter minus. Yeah, so when it goes through this, it should remove one from the thing, right? Yes, and then it's checking if this is greater than 0. If it's greater than 0, it's saying this. So it looks like one voiceover triggered and was not finished. So if there are two voiceover running in parallel, will this fuck up? Because I think that now we stay with the. Didn't we have the Dark Wanderer? I forgot. Okay, Dark Wanderer, I think we have the speech, but it's probably not loaded. It's possible. Or not. Maybe we don't have it. No, we don't have it. We don't have it because it was partial or something. I don't remember. I didn't upload it. Voiceover. Yeah, we didn't have it fully. No, we didn't have it fully. Anyway, the new one is, for example, Darwin. You know what I can do maybe with the new patch? I can take a picture of a number of characters and just do a kind of a patchwork. I think it may be fine. So if I take like this guy, I don't know exactly how to put it in a nice picture, but I would like to show the new backpack. Let me go to. We have some new tools. Let me see if this guy loaded the... Yeah, he loaded the scissors and the razor. It's not very visible though. They are very, very small, but this guy has new scissors on his side, but they are basically invisible. I think the razor is slightly more visible. But those ones are really in a dark spot, and so you cannot see them, right? Yeah, if I do this, then you can see them, but Okay, let's do the change log, and then we will decide what to put in the what picture to have, right? So the change log, again, as I said, is very simple. There is not much. It's change log 0751. But I'm happy to see that the release is up, right? Server is up, and the new update is the new release is available on the website. You cannot update the old release. Sorry. Okay, changelog 0751. It's always a pleasure. It's a real pleasure to do the changelog, because it's you know, it means the release is done. When I do this, it's because the release is done. So it's always a nice feeling. Okay, show log. Yeah, we just have very few lines, but pretty much that's it. Well, actually, it's not that short, but it's all of this, and this, and that's it. Yeah. Okay, let me organize a bit this. Fixed all visual keep slots on all character. So fixed, what did we fix? We fixed the position, right? We fixed the position of all visual equip slots or location, yeah, slots on all characters, on all characters. Also ensure the proper left-right rotation is applied. Example: we had some wrong left shoulder. Yeah, the left shoulder was basically looking at the same direction of the right shoulder instead of being mirrored, right? Improve the way the visual keep works on the back. It now takes the middle point of the item no matter where the pivot is. Where the pivot is. So a sword, right? A sword will look more properly placed, right? And also, yeah, everything that is big. So if I put it in the middle. So if I take, for example, a claymore that I don't have here, but if I maybe I do somewhere, but yeah, here. If I take a claymore and I put it on the back, Yeah, now it will be much better center than before, right? Before it was starting from the middle top, so the claymore would arrive, you know, at a very, very high spot. While now is better center in the middle. So let's say a long item will look more properly placed. Okay. Fix the position of bracers on all the races. Well, it's not just the position. I fixed also the sides. Fix the sides and position of bracers on all the races. Add new jewelry bracers. Add new bracers or jewelry. Yeah. Added quit button confirmation. Nice. Added the roll. The roll. Does the roll need anything? I don't think so. Roll agi. Okay, nice. Roll knives. Okay. So added /roll stat and skill to be added a new command. Added a new command. Well, it's not a new command because the command roll was already there. So I added a new feature to the roll command. You can now use roll stat skill. It can be useful in for role play while still keeping some adherence to your character stats and skills. Example, a GM or even a player asks you to perform a certain task which requires a stat and skill, and you can now roll it. And you can now roll it. For skill you have a 0 rank. For skill, if you have a 0 rank, you cannot roll. Yeah. The result is based on luck and on actual stat skill, which give a bonus of the roll from 1 plus 7. You can use the full name of the status skill in the first word. Example, agi roll, roll light, roll knives. I think I would like just to explain that the reason we did it with the reason the luck factor, no, the reason the stat skill factor is the reason the stat factor, no, without the reason, let's say the stat skill factor on the roll is relatively low because in a situation where new players and veteran players are role-playing an event, right? We want to give to both a good chance or some chance. I mean, we want to have the two kind of comparable, right? Of participating. Okay, I hope it's understandable. Fix the visually keep flip to work on the x-axis and on the y-axis. Actually, this I did it already in the last release. I mean, the middle of the last release, because I released the server fix. Did a pass on all sentient NPC and equip them all with visual items, traits, blah blah blah. City manager benefits now show. Maybe the city manager I put it before this. Added some blacksmith tool. Added archimage with we must be the correct tab. But you can now show the description spell if it's available. Yeah. Increase texture resolution part of ocean, increase resolution, fix again. Okay. Added more voiceover. I mean, in theory, I can give you the list of all the new ones, but it's fine. Increase the voiceover volume for all the NPC. Yeah, pretty much that's it, guys. This is our changelog. This is our changelog. So, so let me see if the city manager. Oh yes, look at that. How can I move this thing? Okay. Yeah, you see the benefits? You see the benefits that we have? We have all the 6 benefits in Idla. We have a tier 2 infrastructure. We have a tier 3 hospitality. We have a tier 3 crafting. Tier 2 education. Tier 3 agriculture. Very nice. Very nice! This is the beginning of something, I tell you. This is the beginning of something. I don't know if I want to have a screenshot like this, just to show the benefits here. Maybe. Should we? I don't know. We can. I mean, it's not the best screenshot in the world, but is showing the new benefits. Showing the new benefits, my boys. It's a pretty small screen, but it's fine. So let's save this one as what is that line? No! Do we want to patch it? I can cheat and I can patch it. No, it's not working. Why? So there is a fake screenshot. No! I patched it. I have no shame. I patched it. I patched it. Okay. Let me see. We have to post the news. Local. I think a white symbol will be fine here. I will make it fairly small. Okay. I think it's good enough. So this one, actually we don't have a picture of the day, so it will be the picture of today. Picture of today is 214. 214. So we will save this as, no, we will export as PNG, yes, and we have to go in, we have to go in this directory. Storage elements, picture of the day, and we will do plane shift 214. Yeah, 214 is actually missing. Okay, done. So we take our 214. Wait, it is a mess. I cannot see anything. Details. Here it is, 214. Okay, good. So I load it on the server. Picture of the day. Okay, and now we need to do the article. Release 42. 42. Oh, 51. Today is 2508. We are in August 03. Time is flying, my boys. 2014. Okay. Hello friends, we just released the number of important, let's change it slightly. Let's say hello plane shifters. We just released a new version of the game with some quality of life fixes. Yeah, it's mostly quality of life fixes. I mean, it's not really anything breakthrough, right? This release cannot be updated through the launcher. So you have to download it fully from our website. Yeah. 51. And here is the change log. This thing actually is longer than the changelog of the last release. Yeah, just because there is more text, but in reality it's not more stuff, right? It's just there are a lot of small fixes. Oops. Okay, so this one we can publish. 0751. Under articles 25. Okay. Papapara. So now in the main website, yep, we have this with all the new beautiful icons and stuff that we yeah, I could have done a mouse over actually. Fuck, I could have done a mouse over to say like tier 1, but anyway, fine. It's okay. And now what? Maybe let me open the release progress file so that we know exactly what we should do. Yeah, so this release was simple because this morning I did everything. And so you may say, oh, it went like a charm. Yeah, it went like a charm because I did it this morning without you looking at it. Mm. Okay. 0751. Let me just see if we did all the steps that we had to do. Probably the answer is yes. Well, no, because we're missing the Patreon thingy, but now I will do it. 0751. Okay, so this is done. This is done. This is done. This is done. Upload binary done. Download page, I did it. News, I did it now. Discord, I didn't do it yet. So let's do it now. Discord. So we go under announcements and we say a nice at everyone. And we can say hello, Plane Shifters. A new release is ready to be downloaded with some quality of life fixes. It's not a major release, but every small bit helps. You can read the details here. You can read the details here. Okay. And we can also copy this image. Yes. Okay. The new release is ready to be downloaded with some quality of life fixes. It's not a major release, but every small bit helps. Yeah, exactly. You can read the details here. I agree. I agree with my own message. Imagine that. Okay, so we pasted it on the announcement page. And now we do it for the Patreons. Our dear Patreons. Our dear Patreons. Our dear Patreons. Yes, sometimes we don't get new Patreons, unfortunately, but it's fine. I understand that. I think we, again, it's a matter of advertising. I think we are not advertising enough, but it's very hard for me to do everything. So, I mean, I'm trying. I did a bit of advertising at the last release, right, that I posted on some Discord servers and such. I don't know if it really had an effect though. Probably not. 0751. Hello dear supporters. There is a new release for you to download and hopefully enjoy. It does not contain any major changes, but it has a lot of small fixes that are relevant for the next developments. In particular, I'm always adding a bit more on the Patreon side so that, you know, there's an incentive to look at it. Specifically, let's say the city manager. The city manager can now properly visualize the active effects based on the boost, based on the tier, based on the tiers. This means that if you are in a city, with infrastructure, with an upgraded infrastructure to tier 2, you will see a new icon telling you so. I didn't say that we added I can add it. We also added the explanation of in the city manager. We added the explanation. It's a bit of help, right? I think I can put it there. City manager. There are now 2 question mark icons in the city manager window to explain a bit how things work. Yeah, I added that as well, so you should take a look at that. You should read it because I think it's helpful actually. I think it's actually helpful. So let me re-upload. This. Okay. So we see a new icon to use. So the actual benefits will be implemented soon. For now, this is just experimental. Yup. May the Azure sun shine on you. Easy. No. New site, storage elements, picture of the day. Okay, this one. So there is a release. Yup. I think we make this post visible to everyone anyway. And we publish it. Okay, so we did also the Patreon stuff. Done. What else? So Discord we did, Patreon we did, the bug tracker, okay, the bug tracker is easy. Probably we didn't even use the previous version, so I can just skip it, most likely. Let me see. Barabarabam. So manage project, version 051. Yeah, can we change it? Easy. There were 0 bugs reported on 50. Fantastic. Okay. I think that is good. Let me see if someone can connect. Let me understand this voiceover thingy. So basically, the problem is that if you get a voiceover and that voiceover is not properly finishing, it stays in the queue. Yeah, that's a bit of the problem, right? This guy is not voiceover. I'm thinking how I can fix this because I'm thinking, because anyway, the release is completed. Fantastic. Now you should tell me if it works. So your job now is to, hello Ulla. Your job now is to download the release and tell me if it's working or not, okay? It is your job, not mine. Your job. Can you do it? Can you do it? Easy release. Easy. Easy. Easy release. Yeah, it's easy also because I didn't change too much. Because I didn't change it too much. Okay. Digital on Discord say works fine on Linux. Fantastic. Very good. One third of the player job done. Yes, correct. Usually Windows works because it's the one that I test on the most. Is the one that I test on the most, right? Now, let me just see one thing. I want to see if Did I really add all the items? Did I really add all the items that we wanted to add? um, something in my throat. I ate just a chip and a piece of it went into my throat. Okay, so for example, the traveling books, right? All the traveling books were not there. The traveling books were not there. Oh, look, I have a fish. So if I do travel book, yeah, the only problem with the books is that they are under creative books where there are 1 million. 1 million item. For example, this, right? Fuck. So if I visually keep it on my right hip, yes. It is a bit high, but it's okay. So yeah, so basically now there are some NPC that will get the new what's this guy? Utno. Oh my god, you arrived up to here, my friend? Where are you going? Huh? You don't even notice me, huh? You don't care, huh? You don't care about me. I'm your race. You should. I don't know, it seems to be very busy. Seems to be very busy patrolling the area, so... It looks very busy. Okay. Let me go to Willam 1 second, because I want to see... I want to see the city management influence, 1.6 kilometer. My feeling that this is too, this is too much. Wow, this is a guild 101. Easy. I think the reason is that when he's maxed out, no one else can contribute, right? Because he's maxed out, and so... I think the only problem is... Okay. Still with your special tool. What about it? Yeah, but the travel books are there. You know what? At the end, this one, when I changed the top, right? When I changed the top, you remember that I really didn't like this one, right? But I didn't like it because he had the same texture everywhere, and so it was looking very, very flat. But since I changed the texture and I made it different between here and here and here, I think he's actually looking good. I think this thing actually looks decent now. And it is his smaller brother, right? His smaller brother is this one. Yeah. I changed this sack to be more to be better. I don't know if anyone will notice it, but it is way more round than before. Before it was very triangular, right? Now these ones are way better, but yeah. And then we have this backpack with the mat at the top, and then we have the backpack, which is this one without, right? So that you can use it without the top, and yeah. I think it's nice. No, I think we have pretty much everything. Oh, the new mug. The new mug here is very, why? Strange, huh? Probably I didn't look at it. Fine. Fine. No, I think everything should be fine. When you eat the sheep in the stream, the chip. With my special tool, yes, I obviously use always my special tool. Obviously. I never touched a chip with my fingers in my life. No, it's not true. It's not true, but I tend to use it that way, yes. Okay, what should we do next? The release is done, boys. What should we do next? I'm very happy that we released it, because so I can go to holidays, you know, without I mean, just by having something released, then we can then expand on it. So okay, let's clear this out and let's create 0752, I guess. 0752. I think that 0752 anyway, I will spend some time I didn't mention in the news that we have the new Compass Quest. No! No, we should specify it. No. I need to tell people about it. Okay, added new add a new quest, part of the Essential Trail faction. It allows you to obtain a compass, a very important device to guide your travels. Yes. I forgot to mention this. We have the new Compass Quest and it's in. I don't know if it works, but it is in. Let me see. Yeah, so you see there is some stuff. I mean, it's not completely empty. There is some stuff, boys. We did stuff. Okay, I updated the page, so you should say that as well now. Add a new quest. Yeah. Works on Linux. Fantastic. I forgot to add the compass quest. Is now in the change log. Yeah. Many of the players already have it, but now is an official quest, which is nice. Okay, maybe I did something else that I don't recall, and maybe 0752. That is a bit small, no? But like this is too big. Is this one that is 22? Yeah, we are using 22. Okay. I don't know. This seems to be smaller than this, but it is. It is smaller. 0752. No? I think it is. I think it's 24. I mean, it's not the end of the world, huh? But yeah, it is 24. At least. If you look at the uppercase. Okay, so 0752, we can delete all the stuff that we did. Yay! Boom! Now the city manager will still be a thing. So I think this is the main thing we have to do now, but the Quildrake, we have to define the Quildrake distribution. Yes, yes. Create NPC and question new guild all. Yes. Bamboo, no. Add new voiceovers. Well, that's always add compass quest. Finally. Boom. Improve the ROG model. I don't know. I think I tried, but it was not very simple, so I gave up. I think we have two new faction halls that we have to think about. One is the Aerial Citadel, and the other one is the Rangers of the Dome. There are two new places that we could work on if we want. These are two new faction halls, right? Similar to the one that we did for the Indomitables and this guys, right? I think this one is fairly high on my list. This one is also fairly high on my list. I think we need a new dungeon set, but I have no idea exactly how to do it because I don't know if I want to have a cave dungeon set or let me see if someone else is connecting or not. Just to know if more people are able to... Yeah, another guy connected. So it seems that something is working. Someone is whispering me. Thank you for the updates. You're very welcome. You are very welcome. Thanks for playing. Okay, so yeah, so we have to think, guys. We have to think what to do next. I think that the city manager now has the whole structure in place. We just need to better define the benefit and start to implement them. And that can be done all server side, right? Which is the nice thing. So I don't have to release a new client. Obviously, this is new client if we need it. crash on crafting related to quality. I don't know. This never happened anymore, so I'm just gonna delete it. Encumbrance slowdown broken. Stamina consumption. This one I don't know if I even want to do it. This one I think I can probably remove it from the list. I don't know. It's something that visually keep. Yeah. Random events. I think random events would be very nice. Yeah, but there is a lot of stuff that I can do without updating the client anymore now. Update all the NPC faction. This is an important one, I think. It is an important one because it will give us a better understanding of who is standing with who, right? Let me think about it. I'm thinking what I want to do next. It's not very easy to decide it, actually. It's not very easy to decide what I want to do next. I mean, for sure I want to work on this, on the city manager, that's for sure. But here we really need to have a good session on the benefits, because if we don't have the right benefits, I'm developing stuff for nothing, right? So we need the right benefits. We need the right benefits. We can work a bit on this today. Let me check one thing. You remember that we had that charter that was saying where we are, where we want to go? There was a what's next, right? There was a what's next. What's next? 0748. This one was older, I guess, no? What's next? 0748. What's next? 42. 47. 48. Oh, the shareable pins. Yeah, the city manager was not even part of this, right? Faction progression. Yeah, I want to work on the faction progression. That's what I want to work on. I mean, that's 100%. I want to work on the faction progression. I mean, we did all this mess about the factions, and then we don't do it, right? In main storyline, I think I want to work on this. I want to work on the main storyline and the faction progression. Better economy, money sink, guildhall service maintenance, human decay, player owned shops, dailies connected to generated event, tavern notice board, pets inventory, attacks, grow ability, more pets, more tribes, build more tribes, build more, defend more. I've generated monster in less static location. Yeah, it is all good stuff, actually. It is all good, but I think that in general, you know, the progression is something that everyone expects from an MMO, right? So I understand that our MMO is more roleplay based, and you can say, oh, but you can roleplay whatever you want. Yeah, but at the same time, I think that the progression, so how we expand, how we increase and progress our character, right? So how we in the world, I mean socially, so with a mentor, right? With a guild hall, so all of that, right? All of that is extremely important. And the faction progression at the moment is not really where it should be, right? It's not really where it should be. The problem of the faction progression is that it requires a significant amount of... Maybe the AI can help us on that, because what I will need to ask to the AI... So basically I will have to extract, right, all our quests from the database. I think we can try. I think we can try with the AI, right? So I can extract all our quests, and then I can tell the AI, and then I can speak with the AI. I can speak with the AI and say, if today... Oh, by the way, let me see if this guy answered to my Reddit thingy. Did he answer? No, I didn't. Ah, yes, he did. Ah, he did. This is the guy that with of the arrow thingy. I don't think it can be a feature aligned with the way Arrow works, mainly because Arrow does not pair actions from two sides of narration into one node, and we already have multiple means to end a conversation. What I actually suggested was more like a patch to your game so you can work with both formats, but it's your game, you know it better. Yeah, it's very hard to do that. Alternatively, you can pre-process convert JSON to your format if you don't want to change your game code. A utility script can get .arrow and exclusively print node into your format plus with dialog P, name, character, interaction menu. I think a parser of a JSON is not a bad idea, but we will have to... I understand what this guy is saying. I totally understand what you mean. Understand where you coming from, and yes, I agree. It's probably not something that Arrow can support natively, but could be a customization I do on top of it, right? The idea of parsing the JSON or parsing the JSON into our game format is also a possibility. Into our game format is also a possibility. I will think about it. For now, I will park this idea of using Arrow, as it seems there is quite some work needed. I really thank you for the answers. I really thank you for the answer and the interaction. Yeah, it's fine. So he answered me. I don't know if you can see it. Probably there is the chat on top. Yeah, is it on the bottom right? Yeah. But yeah, okay, fine. He answered me. No, I was thinking. Can I give all our quests to the AI, potentially with the structure, and then say, I have 24 whatever factions, right? And I need to, and I want to have a progression on the faction for each, right? Because the AI can read a PDF and can also read a text file. Now, do I have a problem with the AI getting all our quests in one file that potentially may go places? I don't think it will go places, but definitely yes, it bothers me a bit. It bothers me a bit. Yes, it does. It bothers me a bit. Yeah. It bothers me a bit, for sure. But do I trust the term of service? Well, yeah, somehow. Because I will have to upload like all our database pretty much, right, into the AI. And then I will have to start to ask questions. Maybe what I can do a simplified version. Let me think about it, because if I could in theory just send the description. The problem is that it doesn't know, let me see. I could send two things. I could send, maybe without sending all the quests, right? I can probably send the quest by NPC. Because the problem I have, right, is that I have a very clear view of what I want to do, but it's so hard, right? Because I have a very clear view to say, oh, we have, we have the factions, right? We have the factions, and every faction has at least one starting NPC, right? So there is one starting NPC, and then there is a sequence, right, of NPC and quest that make you progress in that particular faction, right? I don't know, like for example the forge, right, or the or herbalism, or or whatever, right? There are different factions for each, or blades and swords, right? So the problem is that the sequence of progression is very hard for me to keep in my brain, because it's so much data, right? So every one of these pieces as a quest or a sequence of quests, right? A number of NPC, and there may be inconsistency, right, between these branches. And there may be quests that maybe are even misplaced, or you may have quests that are not assigned to a faction and should be assigned to a faction. But for me, to read 500 quests and say, oh yes, this one is misplaced, I mean, it can take me weeks, right? So what I'm thinking is, if I give all of this to the AI and then I ask, can you tell me the ones that are misplaced or the ones that are missing, maybe you can do it, right? Maybe you can do it. And I think that some quests can even be modified and changed, right? And doesn't mean that I doesn't mean that every quest doesn't mean that every quest needs to be linear, right? So there will be also quests that are completely random, right? And they go and branch in any direction, and they are not related pretty much to anything. And there are a lot of quests that are just small quests, one-off, right? And these are fine. I mean, we can have also one-off quests, but I really want to have the one that is connecting the pieces, right? Connecting the pieces. And giving you a sense of progression, where at a certain point, right, the sense of progression is access to your guild house, right? Access to the faction guild house, and access to certain NPC that are speaking to you only because you have that particular ranking, right? So at a certain point you will arrive right, you will arrive here in this guild hall, right? And oh, by the way, let me see if this thing is visible now. Yeah, it is visible. So you will arrive in this guild hall, right? And this guild hall is a piece of the puzzle as well. So so the question, so yeah, so at a certain point in this chain of events, right? This chain of events, there is your guild hall, right? At a certain point, I don't know, like here, right? And then it continues, right? But to visualize all of this, I have some tools, because we built in the web console, we built a tool that allows me to extract all the quests in a hierarchical way, right? So I can see the quest chains. But which is basically this work, right? It's basically this work. I remember the game of this music. Cat Quest. I remember the game. I played it a bit, it's pretty cool. It's a nice arcade. I mean, nothing too fancy, but nice. You know, in certain cases, I don't even know if the sequence is working, right? So what I know, for example, I know that this sequence is working, the one for the magic, right? The one for the magic, because the people are doing this one very often, and we know that this is working. Probably the only broken one is Menita, because the Menita maze is not working anymore. Yeah, I think the Menita maze, actually I should fix it one day. It's not here on the list. No, it's not on the list. But the Menita puzzle, I need to fix it one day. I don't know when, but It is kind of needed. I think what I need a view of NPC by faction, by location, by quest. So I need to put together something that tells me which are the NPC belonging to the faction that belongs to a certain quest chain, and then having some locations that are specific for the quest chain, right? And but I was thinking, if I can give that to the AI, if I can give to the AI the full list of quests and the full list of NPC, right? The full list of quests, the full list of NPC, and then I can ask the question based on the quest. And then I can ask the question, are our quest chains complete for all the factions or not? Which factions are missing and which NPC can be added to a certain quest chain, right? That would help me immensely. Immensely. Like a metro map? Yes, exactly. Exactly like a metro map. But with all our quest, the main problem is to know without reading the quest, can we figure this out, or we have to read each quest to understand if the quest is proper, right? Because like now for, okay, let's do an example. Okay, Order of the Keen Edge, right? Order of the Keen Edge is a faction, okay? What are the quests for the Order of the Keen Edge? Okay, I can go to the web console and I can search, right, for combat, because it is identified as combat, but inside combat there are some that are for the Keen Edge and there are some that are for the War Smiter. So here is already confusing, right? Because in the old system we didn't have these factions, and so the old quests are not organized by faction, right? Because now we have because now we have Zerrin, right? And Zerrin is the beginning of everything. You know, now we have Zerrin. And Zerrin is the beginning of everything, right? We have her. And so a new player goes here, right? New player goes here, speaks with her, and she says, I'm interested in magic, I'm interested in crafting, I'm interested in fighting, I'm interested in religion. And she starts to guide you to the people, right? And to the places. So if you say I'm interested in fighting, she can say there is plenty to do, guards are helping the government, you can also be independent fighter making your own way. Which one is interest to you? So for example, this one is already branching, you say? This one is branching between guards and government, right? Now, I think we have this because we have it in the mind map, no? I don't know if we completely. Yes, I think it was this one, right? I'm interested in magic, in crafting, in fighting, in religion. And then if you say magic, she's sending to Lavrus. If you say crafting, is splitting into this. If you say crafting, yeah, if you say crafting, she's doing mining, weapon and armor crafting, cooking, alchemy, and herbalism. So in reality, this list is not updated. This list is not updated. If you say mining, which is... If you want to learn mining, it's best to start with Arnquist, the local blacksmith. It is because everything starts from the raw materials for the smiths. The forge is just located just west of the main square. You can set it from here. So actually mining is sending you to Arnquist anyway. Then you can add a map on his back in the way to follow all the choices like the old method in Paris. You push a button, you have the way with the little lights. I don't think so. I'm interested in religion. Tell me more about Talat, Langs, and Xiosia. Seek Murago in this part of the city. Search Murago in this part of the city. Talat, Langs, and Xiosia. Yeah, anyway, this map is pretty much correct, right? This map is... so this is exactly how it is in game. This is exactly how it is in game. This, I checked it, is also as it is here. And then magic, for sure, it's just Lavrus, right? Yes. Yes. By the way, is all that stuff then added to your log or not? Doesn't look like. Why? We don't have the... All these locations are not added as quest nodes? No, I didn't put the quest nodes. Strange. I didn't put the quest nodes. There is something that we should add, actually. There is something we should really add. Now, I don't know what happens if you are executing the same step multiple times and you have the quest note. I mean, if it's just adding continuously, or if he's smart enough to know that you completed the step already and so he's not adding the quest note again. But yeah, this is basically what I'm thinking, right? So I'm thinking that from here you start to branch, right? From here you start to branch. Like, for example, for magic, then Lavrus is branching into the multiple people that teach you magic, right? And cooking, for example, cooking I think is very easy. Is already cooking I think is pretty much correct. I think cooking is already pretty much correct. But I think we have a bit of a problem because here it was called the food association, right? In the past, this was called the food association. And now it's called culinary disciplines. But yeah, so if I look at that, and then I look at our map, right? So in cooking, in theory, we have 20 quests. I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking what I want to do, because the problem is so big. The problem is so big that we really need a strategy to proceed, right? It's not just to say, oh, let's fix all the quests. I mean, it's not possible. There's 500 quests. I mean, it would take forever, right? So we need to. And you see this 000? This 000 is really a problem, right? Because it means that at the moment this chain has 0 quest. I think someone mentioned in the chat of the developer channel, right? I think they said, "Oh, all the war miters are the quests are correct, are available." What do you mean? Someone said that. I did see some Wars Miter quests in the database that aren't active yet. The quests have been written long ago by Zuna, but they are ready to go, except the technical stuff in the past would have been added in the setting, like quest item and so on. For the quest to be able to get in the DB, at least the item from the NPC. Bro, but where are they? Where are they? They are in the database and they are not active, or what? I don't understand. I mean, he's saying that they are disabled or what? Combat the Wars Miters. Ah, I found one. Combat the Wars Miters. Yes, actually there are 4 quests and they are all disabled. There are 4 quests. We can read them, we can do this. But I think I need a sort of a map of the NPC by faction. Otherwise it's so hard. Yeah, there are 4 quests. There are also 2 Shadowcaster. Quest. Ah, they are empty. Completely empty. One thing that I'm not completely convinced is how many of the quests should be combat generic. So for the whole category of combat, and how many should be in the specific faction, right? So if we want to have some combat generic as well, and I think at the moment many are just combat generic, and that's a problem, because before we didn't have this faction separation. So I think what I need to do, I need to have a definitive map of all the quests by faction that are the ones that are wrong, the ones that are not wrong. Give me a second, because actually we did this work, right? We did this work, and we did it in the past. We did it in the past, and I want to go back and see where are we on that. I think it was on Dropbox. I think we... Factions, combat missing, Order of the Keen Edge missing, Rangers of the Dome. Because basically here, Order of Keen Edge, we say 5, but this 5, where are they? Applied knowledge. Yes, sorry, I'm looking at the other screen because there is so much inside information that I don't want to really publish it, but yes, there is basically... Let's take one as an example, right? Let's take one as an example. Applied knowledge. Applied knowledge is actually science and education, but I don't know if it's a great idea to call it science and education, but yeah, it's pretty much the same though. Because in applied knowledge we have scientists, we have teachers, historians, librarians, architects, engineers. It's not, I mean, scientist is a bit of a generic term, but yeah. Oh, shiny crystal, right? I'm trying to get my head around this problem because it's a very big problem, and if I don't understand it, I will never So for example, O Shining Crystal, right? O Shining Crystal starts with Introduction to Science. And yeah, my problem is how can I extract from here? SMS. By the way, all these values I think are kind of wrong, because the fact that we assign 5, right, we multiply by 5. When we do give quest faction applied knowledge 10, we are actually giving 50 points. And I think 50 points is really a lot. Yeah, I think 50 points is insane. Yeah, this is something also I need to fix. So basically there is a scale of 5, right? A scale of 5. But does it really work this way, right? Does it really work this way? Because this is what I don't understand. So what I don't really understand is Introduction to Science, right? Which starts with Durok. Maybe it's already okay. Maybe there is more stuff that is okay than what I'm thinking. But for example, right here we don't have Durok in the list. We have Durok in the caretakers, right? But we don't have Durok under science, while here, for whatever reason, if I look at the quest, right, the quest starts with him. The introduction to science, right? So I think that Durok actually then branches somehow. But if I speak with Zerin, Zerin is telling me that... What is she telling me? I mean, science is not even in this list. I mean, there is crafting. You can go crafting and you can go alchemy. But applied knowledge, right? I mean, we can expand it obviously, but I wanted also not to make it too much, you know, too complex, right? I think if you say alchemy and herbalism, she's pointing you to Duroc, right? But if I go to Duroc and I try to speak with him, I don't know. I think there is a lot of cross checking to be done here. Because yes, he has Introduction to Science, which is the one that we are seeing, but again, it's Introduction to Science, it's not Introduction to Herbalism and Alchemy, right? And actually the quest, Introduction to Science, is for applied knowledge, right? So there is a bit, there is already wrong, right? There is already wrong. There is already wrong. There is already wrong. Yes, it is. So these are the kind of inconsistencies, right, that I would like to find. And I'm thinking, if I push everything into an AI and then I say, hey, please make sense of all of this, maybe it will, right? But I'm thinking, what should I provide? Should I provide the starting NPC? Because we have the starting NPC, right? I have a view that I can extract, which is basically a list by NPC, the quest that they are starting and the quest that they are okay, let me try to do this. I will get this page. I will get this page and I will save it. Now the problem is, how the hell do I save it? I save it as an HTML or I save it as what? Because this in theory looks a bit like a table. I think I can save it as a table. But I don't want to show it to you, I'm sorry. So if I paste here, what happens? Okay. Cannot did it. Wait, it cannot did it. I think it cannot did it. So there is the name of the NPC. There is the sector. There are the quest. The quest where is participating. And there are the quest where is starting, right? So there is the quest where is participating, and there is the quest where is the starting NPC. Okay, let me try to save this somewhere. If I save this somewhere, what happens? Let me save it under my temp and whatever. This would be called... do you think the AI can read an ODS file or not? Let me ask him. Can you read an ODS file? LibreOffice sheet. Yes, I can read ODS files. Wow. Fantastic. Quest by NPC. Okay, so I have the quest by NPC, and then I want to have the hierarchical view of the quest. The hierarchical view of the quest. Yeah, but this one will never work actually. How can he interpret this? If I save it in a Word file, maybe. Let me try to save it into a LibreOffice writer. And sorry, also this one I cannot show it to you because it's basically all the quest with all the prerequisite, with all the stuff, so it's too much. Okay. If I could remove all the links, that would be fantastic, but I don't know how to do it. Okay, I just did it. Fantastic. I just selected all, clicked on remove link, and he removed it from everywhere. Okay, very nice. So we save it as PS docs, no, PS temp. Let's go in temp, yeah, in temp. Okay, so this will be quest hierarchy. Quest hierarchy. Can you also read ODT files? Yes, I read the text document. Okay, nice. Now, okay, so now I think I can give him the list of the NPC. I think I can give him the whole list of the NPC with their descriptions, right? Because we have that as well. And then I will ask him to make sense of all of that. And then I will ask to make sense of all of that, and maybe it will, I don't know. But I think I will hit my plan, like the free plan probably will not do it, huh? Okay, let me create a new file, new spreadsheet, yes. And this one we will have boom. Let me paste it and see what happens. Okay. Okay. Okay, very nice. How do I remove the hyperlink from multiple cells? Cannot, huh? Cannot remove the hyper. Okay, let's see what he does with the hyperlinks. Maybe he will be confused. But anyway, we save it, and this one we call it NPCs description NPC description, okay? Okay, so I have 3 files, right? Is this a new chat? Yeah, this is a new chat. Okay. So, in the game Planeshift MMO, I am trying to create the proper quest. I also have to give him the faction list. I also have to give him this faction list, right? Otherwise, he doesn't know the factions. Yeah. He doesn't know, and this may be wrong, by the way. This may be wrong. Okay, let me create another file. Then we give him all these files and see what happens, okay? So we create a new file. This one I can show you because you saw it already. Because yeah, this is what I have to make a sense of, right? And it's super hard for me as a human. Okay. So this will be faction list. Faction list, okay? Okay. 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 So in the game Planeshift MMO, I'm trying to create a proper quest chain for each of our factions organizations. So our game is organized in factions. Example the Keen Edge, right? Is the example the Keen Edge is a faction collecting all the warriors, specializing in blades, right? In blades. So we have in the game a number of quests. You can read in quest by NPC, and you can read in because now we have multiple files. We have so many files now. PS Temp 4. You can read in quest hierarchy. Yeah, you can read in quest hierarchy.ods, right? We have in game a number of quests already organized in chains, meaning one quest as a prerequisite of another quest. In this file, quest hierarchy, right? In this file, quest hierarchy ODS, you can see the chains. The indentation represents the chain level, right? The more indented, the more deep into the chain. I don't know if it's understandable, but anyway. Then in this file, which is quests by npc.ods, right? Quest npc.ods, you have the list of quests where the NPC are participating. It's very important. So participating or starting the quest, and then we can give them in this file, which is NPC descriptions. npc descriptions.ods, right? You have the list of all our npcs and their description, and then in this file, which is the faction list, you have the list of all factions. We also call them organizations, but it's the same thing, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 files. 1, 2, 3, 4 files. Yes. So I want you to analyze these files and then tell me and then tell me what and then tell me if there. So the main thing I want to know is if there are any quest chains that are wrongly categorized, right? Yeah, and you can tell me if there are any quests that are wrongly categorized. Well, that they are wrongly associated to a fact that if there are any quests wrongly. No, is any quest not in the right faction? If there are NPCs which should belong to a faction, and in general any inconsistencies. Well, I don't really need inconsistencies. Well, yes and no. I need to know which of these chains is correct and which of the chains are broken, right? So that is okay, let's try. I don't know. I don't even know if I can load 4 files. I think it may block me. It may block me before. I think it may block me before because it may say it's too much data, right? You may say it's too much data. Okay, so if I order by date modified, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Fuck. Upgrade to ChatGPT Plus to attach more file or try again tomorrow. No. So maximum I can attach 2 files. That's not enough. Let me see if Claude can do it. Maybe Claude can do it. Let me copy the same text, right? And see if we can attach it to Claude. Claude. Okay. I mean, assuming that he can read ODT file. Well, let me ask before. Wait a second. Let me ask before. Can you open LibreOffice files like ODS and ODT? I can read. Okay. Okay, he can read. He can read. Okay, fantastic. Let me see if Claude can do it with 4 files. I mean, I can also pay for the plan, but upload a file. So date mode. Yeah, why date modified is why? Why have this other stuff in between? No, there's something not working. Huh? Ah, okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do it! Files of the following format are not supported. ODS. Bro, it just told me. What? What do you mean? Let me try one at a time, maybe. He just told me that he can read it, but then he cannot read it. No, ODS is not supported. Holy shit. I mean, I can convert it to a OTD file, but it's kind of a mess. No. No. I don't know if I can save it to an ODT file, but it is messy. Let's try. It seems to open ODT and not ODS, which is very strange because actually it should be easier, right? Should be easier. Okay. Yeah, but like this is also good actually. I think it's fine. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. So this one is Quest by NPC. Okay, save as Quest by NPC.odt. Okay. Then we open I mean, it's a test, but I think I need this. I need somehow NPC description. I need somehow some help, you know, to understand this whole thing because it's too complex. It's too complex. It's too complex, my boys. Okay. This was NPC description. I'm resaving all the files. NPC descriptions, okay. And then we have one more. We have faction list. We have faction list. Yeah, faction list. Faction list. Okay. 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 Faction list. Okay, so now we have everything in ODT format, which is the text format. There are obviously tables into it, so should be fine. So quest hierarchy, we did it. Faction list, we did it. NPC description. Okay, for now it's loading. So we are at 3 files. And what is missing? Quest by NPC. Okay, seems he loaded all 4. So let me just change here the text. ODT. 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 Okay, let's see what happens. Boom. Your message will exceed the length limit for this chat. Try attaching fewer files or starting a new conversation. No! Conversation is 130% over the length limit. No! It's impossible. But he's still thinking. He's thinking though. Yeah, I think I have to pay. I have to pay. For such a big analysis. It makes sense anyway. It's a big analysis, right? I think I have to pay. We can try Gemini and see what it does, but Gemini, new chat. Can you read LibreOffice ODT format? Yes. No, not me, you. Stupid AI. I mean, if I upload an ODT format, can you read its content? You cannot read files that I can upload. What the fuck? It is upload files. You don't know that you can do it? Okay, try to read this. Yeah, he can read it. He can read it perfectly. What do you mean I cannot read the files you are uploading? He's analyzing everything. Stop your analysis. Stop. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. He can do it. 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 He can do it, but we will probably hit the same limit, right? We will probably hit the same limit. I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's try to give him the same text. And then let's try to attach the 4 files. These files are very small though, huh? But they contain a lot of text, yes. I mean, they're small, but in reality, they're not super small. I mean that in kilobytes, right? They are not too big, but actually, it can be 20 pages each or so. Okay, let's see if you can do it, boys. Based on a detailed analysis of the provided files, I found several potential inconsistencies in error review regarding the organization in quest, NPC, and faction. Here is a summary of the findings, broken down to specific category. Quest not in the right faction. The most significant finding is that several quest chains seems to be mismatched with their likely faction, often due to the NPC who start or is involved in the quest. The Octarchy. The quest The Unfinished Robe is a known Octarchy quest, yet it started by Iran who is in the Weaver's Tree Guild. When it's possible a member of the Weaver Tree is involved in the Octarchy matter is a potential point of confusion for the player. Yeah, well, I mean, yes and no. In the sense that a quest may start, you know, with an NPC that has nothing to do. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem that I don't know how to explain to the. I don't know how to explain to the AI this problem, right? Eternal Forge. The quest More Fire is a prerequisite for a long chain of quests given by Arquist, the starter NPC. However, the first quest of the chain is given by Brado, the owner of the tavern of the Hidline. This could be a good narrative hook, but it's a potential confusion. Let me see if it is correct, right? More fire. I want to understand if what he's saying is actually correct or is just hallucinating. More fire. By the way, more fire doesn't even exist. Huh? Yeah, he's hallucinating completely. There is not a quest. There is not a quest named like this. Let me see all the Eternal Forge quest. Eternal Forge, there is introduction for crafting. Hey, more fire doesn't exist, bro. Where did you take the more fire? This maybe can help me, right? To identify which NPC should belong to which faction. Yeah. Maybe we can only have this. Maybe we can only have this description, right? Let me go back to ChatGPT. No, I think it's hallucinating. I mean, I think it's too much. So he's not able to. He's not able to do it. But let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do another. Let me. So in the game, I'm trying to assign our NPCs to factions and organizations. Our game is organized in faction. Example, the Keenage faction like the was specialized in blades. We have a game in number in blades. So in this file, NPC description. Let me simplify. In this file, right? In this file, NPC descriptions, you have the list of all our NPC in the description. In this file, you have the list. I want you to analyze these files and then tell me which NPC should go into which faction. Okay, let's try this. No, I'm fucked. I cannot do it. I cannot do it because it's GG. Okay, let's start a new chat with Claude. So I only need to attach the faction list, which by the way is ODT, and the NPC description. NPC description. Okay, do it. Your message exceeds the length limit. Oh my god. It's too much. We cannot do it. It's too much data. It's too much data. It doesn't do it. It's too much data, my boys. I mean, Gemini read it though, but it gave me an answer which is completely fucked. So let me try again with a new chat, and just to attach those two files, right? So the faction list and the NPC description. This will already help me, right? This will already help me. This will already help me. The problem is if he could give me... because then I can check it, right? I can check it manually myself. This can kind of help. We only have 2 peoples for the Rangers of the Dome. We only have 2 people, huh? That is a major problem. Yeah, but this kind of works, huh? Okay, let's see if we can do the magic ways. I don't know if he understands the ways, but can you give me the NPCs that should be associated to the Dark Way? Only Evelyn? So, I mean, Evelyn is correct. The answer is correct, but I was expecting a bit more. Only Evelyn? Evelyn is not enough. We need more people. I think it may work, but I don't know. I think at the end I have to check them all manually myself, right? This group is focused on magical art related to shadows. Okay. Okay, I mean, it's kind of fine. And then it's taking the Shadow Squadrons. Yeah, so it doesn't have any... Basically, it doesn't have anyone else. It doesn't know. Because it doesn't have all the quest text, right? So... this thing is not easy. But this is what we have to do, guys. We have to take every NPC. We have to take every NPC, associate him to a faction. And you know what? I think we also need to create a hierarchy. We need to create a hierarchy. Actually, we have faction titles, right? We have faction titles because we use them for the players. So, for example, there is a master, a champion, a discipline, disciple, initiate, recruit, and so on, right? And I don't know if these one are fully implemented in game, but I think so. If I go under faction titles, yes, they are loaded. They are loaded, right? So we have all of that. So, and these titles go from 1 to 8. I hope in every faction. Yes, they go from 1 to 8 in every faction. So the point is, we should associate I don't know if I want to associate the ranking or the title, because the ranking and the title are separate. So you can have 200 in a faction, but not be the legendary sniper, right? Because you are not. You're just someone that did a lot of 5 plus 5 plus 10 plus 5 plus 10, and then you reach plus 200. But it doesn't mean that you are the main guy of that faction. So we need a... But I think probably for our NPC, we may also have something simpler, right? We may have something simpler. We may have just like 2 or 3 levels. But I would like to know if I take the order of the Keen Edge, I want to know who is the head of that organization and who are like the rank number 2 and then the rank number 3, right? That I need to know, because otherwise I cannot structure the quest properly. So we have somehow to do this, guys, because if I want to work on the faction progression, I cannot do it unless I know which NPCs and which quest. So I think there is a big topic here, which is basically faction progression. And faction progression goes through where is it? I deleted it. Oh no, is it? Goes through update all the NPC factions and goes through NPC and quest for the new guild halls and goes through quest chains, right? So I need to reorganize. Now, I cannot create 1 million quests overnight, right? But at least I can reorganize a bit the existing chains. Sorry, that is really spelled wrong. Well, or in a way that is not understandable. So this means update all the NPC with a proper faction score, right? With a proper faction score. And I think we need to decide for each faction, right, who are the members, I mean the titles, the who is the boss, who is the, you know. So basically we need to define the faction structure, like the head, you know, the boss, the head, the how do you call it in English? The second rank? I don't know. The left arm, right arm, you know. The advisors or the important people. I don't know. In general, the important people, right? So it's basically the organization structure, right? So I think we need this. If we don't have the, I mean, and I think we already have many, right? We already have many, but I think this has never been fully detailed, and I think we need it. And I think we can do it in this file, right? We can do it in this file because in this file we already have the starting NPC of the chain, and here we have the members. So there are already many members that are mentioned, but I think I want to have, yeah, you see actually that here there are, because you see that there is the title Virtuoso, Champion, Master, Virtuoso, Hero, Initiate, this, so ex-member. Yeah, exactly. I think we need this. We need this for every faction, and then when I have that, I can create now, should I assign the title or should I assign, you know what we can do? We can do something simple for the NPC. We can say that the faction, the title corresponds to the ranking. So only for the NPC, we can say that 1 to 8, by the way, I already did this work, right? I already did this work. You see here? Faction NPC. I already did it. Yeah, I have to do it here, actually. Yeah, I have to do it here. Exactly. exactly. There is faction NPC ranking. Faction NPC ranking. So, and I think that I can do something simple as, you know, you go from 1 to 8, right? Do we have the sector? We don't have the sector. Okay, fine. How do I divide this by, how much is 200 divided by 8? 200 divided by 8 is 25. So in theory we could do this, right? We could do 25, 50, 25, 50 and so on, right? Is this so smart to do it or no? Smart tool. Very smart tool. Okay. Okay guys, the only problem is that I need to go now. But I think we can continue tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm still available, okay? Tomorrow I'm available. I'm in holidays. I think I will stream a bit during the afternoon maybe. But then I will be gone, okay? Then I will be gone for two weeks or 3 weeks. Well, 2 weeks, right? I will be gone for 2 weeks, so we will not have streaming for 2 weeks. Okay, starting from Tuesday. I will tell you again tomorrow, but just that you know. Okay, so, but yeah, I think for the NPC we can do this. So we can do title and actual score. And we can associate, maybe we can even do both, I don't know. Anyway, I need to go. To where? Ah, you want to know where I'm going? You will discover it. You will discover it in Discord. I will maybe post some pictures. I'm going far, far away. Far away. Okay. See you guys. Bye-bye. Bye. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow morning. I don't know, but probably afternoon. Bye.